Hi, I'm Trent.
Hi, I'm Laura.
Today we're going to be talking about Huntsman Corporation and how they've been on a steady decline for the past few years, and um, how we can bring that back and get back into the black. Go over a little bit of history of Huntsman Corporation with you. Huntsman Corporation is a publicly traded global company. They're a manufacturer and marketer of differentiated chemicals. Huntsman was founded by John Huntsman Sr. in 1970 in Salt Lake City, Utah. Um, Headquarters are now located in the Woodlands, Texas, and the executive offices remain in Salt Lake City. Huntsman Chemical Products, they number in the thousands and are traded worldwide, sold to a variety of manufacturers, serving a broad and diverse range of consumers in the industrial ends market. The current CEO is Peter Huntsman. He is the son of the founder John Huntsman Sr. and became CEO in the year 2000. Huntsman employees approximately uh, about 16,000 associates right now, and they all work within 5 distinct business divisions. These divisions consist of advanced materials, polyurethanes, performance products, pigments and additives, and textile effects.
And these growth in the polyurethanes and advanced materials segment has been driven by the continued substitution of their products for other materials across the board range of applications, as well as a level of global economic activity. Historically, demand for these products has grown at rates in excess of GDP growth. In polyurethanes, the growth, which is largely dependent on Asia, has recent years resulted in a improved demand and higher industry capacity utilization for many of these key products. But that's where the main problem with Huntsman is right now, is because there's a slow decline of, well, actually, it's a very big decline right now in Asia, the economy, because of like their shares right now. And also in Europe, we have polyurethanes there too. They have polyurethanes there also, and they've had to close down a lot of the plants, especially in Italy and Belgium and Wales. They've had to close down a lot of these plants because of the earnings right now. Because in Europe, the company posted earnings of $25 million in the period ending this past June 30th, which that's down from 119 million from where they were last year. The slow decline involved the plant outage in Port Neches, but which lost about $35 million, and they lost another $49 million in Europe due to the currency rate between the U.S. and Europe. And the sales volumes and the selling price decline, especially in the polyurethanes, which is a lot to do with what we use to make bedding and furniture and insulation.
And with insulation, I'm going to touch on this a little bit. There's a product called MDI, and it is a foam insulation. It's used in most refrigerators and freezers worldwide. Huntsman kind of has this market hemmed up, and they've really had a decline in their profit margin with this product due to the increased cost to produce the product. Huntsman must increase revenue um, by increasing the general price of the product.
But Huntsman still expects to meet its previously announced deadline of $205 million in savings by the middle of next year. But we feel that we have some solutions that would help with them saving even more money, which would include backing up on the productions in Europe and in Asia also, because they need to wait for their economies to pick back up, because right now they're producing more than they're selling. So they're actually losing money. And yes, they've done the right thing by closing down some of these plants, but they're actually still building some plants also, which, I mean, their main money makers are in here in Port Neches, Texas, and also in Singapore, which they have 2 plants over there. So that, yes, they need to continue to do that, to produce stuff over in Singapore, but they need to slow down in China because they have 2 or 3 plants over there that they've been having trouble with. And then, yes, they've done the right thing by closing some plants down in Europe, but they need to slow down on that production too. So instead, and they need to concentrate on what they're making over here in the U.S. because that's where they're making the most money, especially with the ethylene oxide and the propylene oxide. Those make about $1 million a day. So instead of, staying over here, they need to stay over here and worry about exports. Then they need to worry about what they're doing over in Europe and Asia. So again, Huntsman's decline is mainly due to the cause of the economic downfall of Europe and Asia. So what our solution is to stay over here in the U.S. and worry about what we're making over here and kind of still go with it's almost saying if you want to go with the flow with what Europe and Asia is doing and saying we need to stay up with their rate. So that's what we've decided that we feel that would be best.
I concur. Thank you.
Thank you.